Good. All right, I'm back with you, my friend.
Teacher, I am here again.
Excellent, excellent. What does your T-shirt say? Teacher, what does it say? Fake is everywhere. Fake is everywhere.
Fake is everywhere. Right.
Yeah, but not everywhere, because you and I are not fake. We're real. We're real, man. We're not fake.
Teacher, by the way,
Yes, sir.
I need your help about the issue about this. I wrote something about my job.
Okay.
About my department, anesthesiologist.
Okay.
And then can you check basically?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I will present my teacher. It's not important to be professional. Can you check mistakes?
Sure.
David?
Yeah, send it to me. Send it.
Okay. It is long.
It's okay. It's okay. So the interview was conducted with an anesthesiologist, Dr. Tume, who, okay, so what you want to do is whenever you, like when you see, if you say an anesthesiologist, doctor,
yeah.
but you can leave it like that. You can leave it like that. But like put a comma after around Tume, because you said anesthesiologist, doctor. Then you say the name Tume. So you're, but anyway, that's okay. Who worked as a doctor at Maramar Training and Research Hospital. It takes 6 years of medical education to become an anesthesiologist, but more conditions are required to become an expert. When you say more conditions, are you referring to more education or more experience or what? More conditions are required to become an expert. What are you referring to? You said it takes 6 years of medical education to become an anesthesiologist.
Okay, I will correct this. Can you read and then I will check this?
Okay, it says here, it takes 6 years of medical education to become an anesthesiologist, but more conditions are required to become an expert.
I was say that I need to check this. Okay. More condition, for example, you have to do more things. For example, intubation, the pronunciation, intubation. You need blood take, for example, multiple things.
Okay. All right. After 6 years of medical education, Dr. Tume studied 4 years to progress in her profession to become an expert. Okay, so number one is, after 6 years of medical education, Dr. Tume, you should capitalize the word T, Dr. Tume.
All right.
I mean, I'm just nitpicking, okay? It's not important, and Dr. Tume studied studied an extra 4 year an extra 4 years to become a profession, studied an extra 4 years to in her professional, to progress in her profession. Well, I don't know. Studied extra 4 years in her professional life to become an expert, something like that. Now, the word expert and here, okay, you need to, expert should be separated. Anytime you start with a paragraph, a sentence, you have to give a space. You have to give a space, okay? Okay.
You can copy, teacher. You can copy my paragraph, and then we will correct together, and then you write.
Okay. I can't. Let me see. I don't think.
Teacher, I was more condition. I wanted to say actually, for example, you need to for example, graduated, for example, degree, and you have to be careful. You have to know many different knowledge and multiple things. I want to say, actually.
What you want to say is you have to gain experience. You have to have additional education and experience.
Experience, right.
And use the word practical experience, not just experience, but practical experience. Practical experience.
Right.
Practical experience means, I'm going to write the word practical for you.
I know.
Okay. So the person needs experience and practical experience, so they know how to diagnose situations and be able to deal with certain conditions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
the circumstances, right?
Right. So that's basically what you want to put there. Then you say, Dr. Tu may study forward to progress in her profession and become an expert. Here is the interview we did. I won medical school to become. Okay, what do you mean by that?
Can I say instead of one, I passed medical school?
Yeah.
Actually, I used to translate. I'm sorry.
I graduated from medical school. I graduated.
Right.
Not one or graduate.
Teacher, I had no time to check this because time was limited. I write as a quick.
I wrote it quick.
We translate.
Right.
So yeah.
So you could. I graduated from medical school, you could say better yet, I earned a medical degree in anesthesiologist. I earned a medical degree in anesthesiologist. I did my expertise. I passed the TOES exam. What is that?
TOES is the name of the exam.
Okay, so I did. Now, when you say I did my expertise, what does that mean? I did my expertise. What do you mean by that? I did my expertise.
I passed the exam and I checked this meaning. I don't know, me too.
Okay.
I did my expertise. I passed the exam. Expertise. You can check. You can continue check, and I'm.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, I did my expertise. I passed the TOES exam, and I became an anesthesiologist. I was an anesthesiologist, and I contributed to the patients being pain-free and comfortable in the operation. In addition to this, blue code inside the hospital. I don't know. That's not correct. Okay. I treated patients in the most accurate way, in a series of calm ways. In this, expert helped me to become more careful and calm in life. I kept learning new things in every case. At the beginning of my profession, there was anxiety and fear, but as I stayed alone and achieved success in practice, I gained self-confidence. In order to make the most of this profession, I gained knowledge in most areas of medical areas. I have tried to be good at practice as well as a lot of knowledge base, because I have tried to be good at my profession as well as gain knowledge, because this branch requires success in both. So you understand how I said that?
Yeah.
Okay. You can listen to it over again. Okay. Okay. I'll just repeat. I have tried to be good at my profession as well as gain a lot of knowledge, because this branch requires success in both. Sometimes I have failed in practices when it should have been a one of time success. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay. I failed in the first place. As I relieved the patient's fears and provided comfortable anesthesia, I was happy. Anesthesia. I was happy and successful. I would like to work as an anesthesiologist in the future, but I would like to be an expert in my profession and be more useful to people. But it takes years to do this because it is a profession with many requirements. but I would still want to pass the first stage of this by studying the Department of Anesthesia at the university. Like 2 May, I'll make it. Okay.
Teacher, actually, I didn't wrote this. I didn't write this because I used translate because of time.
Okay.
But I did my experts. Actually, it means
Your qualifications.
no. Actually, I can say this one. I was worked as an anesthesiologist.
Okay.
It translates wrong, right?
Right.
Right. We can start to correct this. Did you copy it?
No, I haven't. I haven't copied it. I can't copy it here.
All right.
Yeah, and I
You
can't.
can correct a bit because it is not important to be a perfect.
Okay.
I will present you to teacher.
Well, this is the thing. The interview,
Right.
it starts off really well. This interview was conducted with an anesthesiologist, Dr. Tume, who worked as a doctor, who worked as or is working as a doctor. She's still there or finished?
She's still there.
Okay, so who is working as a doctor?
No. Actually, we can say she's still there.
Okay,
right?
so she's working as not worked as a doctor. That means she did in the past. She worked as a doctor in the past, but not now. So you understand? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So she's working as a doctor at the Miramar Training and Research Hospital. It takes 6 years of medical education to become an anesthesiologist, but additional requirements are additional additional requirement. These conditions are
but more experience.
But you don't need to say more. Additional conditions are required to become an expert. You see, additional conditions are required to become an expert. Not but more conditions. No, additional. After 6 years of medical education, Dr. Tume studied 4 years to progress in her profession as an expert. Here is the interview we did. I won medical school to become. Okay, I graduated from medical school to become an anesthesiologist. I did my expertise, my practical training, I suppose. I did my practicum.
Right. Practice.
Yeah.
Can I say instead of this?
Yeah, instead of that, you say practicum. That's your practice, practical training. I did my practicum and passed the TUS exam and to become an anesthesiologist. I was an anesthesiologist and contributed to the patients being okay. So my duties required me to contribute to the patients. My duties as an anesthesiologist, my job is to help patients to be pain-free and comfortable in the operating room.
In the operating room.
Right. In addition to this, blue code. In addition to the blue code inside a hospital. In other words, blue code is when someone is dying, right? The blue code.
Yeah. For example, somebody.
Cardiac arrest.
Somebody has cardiac arrest and passed away.
Right.
Passed it.
They need to be resuscitated. Resuscitated. Okay.
Critical situations.
Critical, right? So you could say I did. Okay. So I was okay. Let me get to that. In addition to this, I am also active in the blue during the blue code inside a hospital. Okay. I treated patients in the most accurate way, in a series of calm ways. Okay, I treated patients in an accurate and calm way. You don't need to go into a series of calm, but it's okay. You could write it like this, but I'm just saying you don't have to use all those words. You know, in this expert helped me to become. Okay, when you say this expertise, not in. This expertise helped me to become more careful and calm in life. I kept learning new. I have kept. Okay.
I have kept.
I have kept because it's a continual process. So it's present. It's like a present participle. Okay.
All right.
I have kept. I have kept.
I have kept.
Yeah,
right.
learning new things in every case. At the beginning of my profession, there was a lot of anxiety and fear. There was a lot of anxiety and fear. But as I gained experience and knowledge, I achieved success in practices. I gained self-confidence. In order to make the most of this profession, I gained knowledge in most areas of medical. In order to make the most of this profession, I gained knowledge in the most areas of medical areas. I have tried to be good at practice as well as a lot of knowledge. Okay, so that you started becoming a little redundant. Okay, in other words, it means that you're starting to say the same thing over and over again. You understand?
Right.
Yeah. In other words, you're saying the same thing, but you're saying it over more than one time.
All right.
So you have to make it something different. You have to change up the information. Like for example, you use the word "I gain knowledge in most areas." Now you come back and you talk about knowledge again, but you already said that. You see what? Try to come up with something else that they have done. Maybe you want to institute. For example, you want to say, for example, use an example. For example, I am very involved in critical care in patients that come in critical care in blow code situations. I have to be ready and be able to adapt to the circumstance of the patient. Sometimes I don't know what the patient's medical history is and what kind of medication that patient is taking. So I have to be able to assess and adjust my anesthesia to the particular case based on empirical knowledge,
right.
experience. You see?
Experience. And I know in Turkish, hastanın öyküsü. I know.
Okay. So you want to make it a little more. You want to relate it now. You've laid a foundation of what the person is. Now you want to bring in information to support what you're saying. See, by talking about experiences. Okay. Another example is I do with a lot of pregnant women, and sometimes they're looking to have an epidural. So it's I have to be very it's a very critical way of dealing with epidurals because one has to be very precise and in when they inject into the spinal cord. So the spinal.
Wow. I'm surprised.
I'm like a doctor, brother. I'm like a doctor. That's what Dr. Adams. Okay. Yeah. So these are all factors that you could bring in. Okay, anesthesiologist. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Sometimes I fail in. Sometimes I've been unable to. Sometimes I've been unable to help or to find the right solution. No, don't say that I have failed because that's a negative term. In medical, you don't ever want to say you failed.
Right.
And the reason
how can I say it?
You said that you were able to find a medical solution. You understand?
Yeah, medical solution.
Yeah,
right.
I was unable to find a medical solution because when you say fail in America, the lawyers would grab that and take it, and you wouldn't have a license.
All
You have to
right.
protect your license. Okay, so you said I couldn't find a medical solution to particular types of cases. So that was unfortunate. That's one of the unfortunate aspects of my profession is that I wasn't able to find those solutions. You see what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So
I do.
as I relieve the patient's fear and provided comfortable anesthesia, it's make me happy and a sense of success. now let me ask you a question. I'm confused here. You're talking about the doctor, but then at this part you're talking about yourself?
Yeah. I ended. I'm sorry. Yes, that's true.
Okay.
My mind is confusing a bit.
Yeah, so you want to be able to distinguish between who you're talking about, don't transition in that way. You want to transition, as a medical student, as a student now. I would like to use the experience of listening to Dr. Toomey or observing Dr. Toomey in my own studies as I move forward and overcome my fears and my anxiety and fears. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see. But it was rush.
I understand. That's okay. But you did good. But I still want to pass the first stage of this by studying the Department of Anesthesia at the university. Like to me, I'll make it. Of course you'll make it, man. Claro.
I'll make it.
Yeah.
I ended up finding something.
Well, if I was, I remember when my wife was having her first child, for example, okay, and the second one also, because she worked in the operating room, she knew all the anesthesiologists. You see, so she picked the one that she thought she knew which one to pick to choose to do the epidural. You understand?
Epidural, yeah, epidural anesthesia. Yeah, I worked as well as a nurse, a bit time, but
okay. Do you do picks? IV pick lines? Do you put pick lines in?
We can together now. I copy it.
Okay.
And then, did you copy it, teacher?
No, I didn't copy it because I don't have the facilities to copy it here.
Right. It was conducted in an anesthesia doctor who worked in Dr. Marmar training and I can say training and education.
Training and education, yeah.
Not education. We need more time.
Yeah.
It takes years of medical education to become an anesthesiologist, but more conditions, not conditions. We said that education, experience. Experience. I will. All right. Are required to become an expert after 6 years of medical education. Doctors must studied for. It's not okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's good.
I will watch again. Right. I will correct my mistakes, and then I think it is enough to present my teacher. Because I am not a professional person.
Of course. Don't. Yeah. I mean, don't use what I'm just telling you what I think could be done. But then the expectations are not the same. From you, they're not going to expect you to write, the perfect information, and all that. Don't worry about that, my friend.
Normal, I can write better than now, better than translate.
Right.
But my speaking skill is better than my writing skills. Right. I don't like writing as other people.
Yeah.
Many people don't like writing as I think.
Yeah. Well, writing is not. I enjoy writing, but I don't write.
Wow.
Yeah. But writing takes time because in order to be a great writer or to have creative writing, you have to think and be free, relax. You can.
Actually, because I am learning English, I think my first reason speaking is easier than writing because I spoke a lot as an English.
Right.
I have spoken a lot.
Right.
But I didn't write a lot.
Okay.
Right. is my reason.
Okay. Well, but that's okay, Hamza. You're doing really well, my friend. So, so after this class, you're off to the campus, the work hospital, and you'll be there for 16 hours. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. And then I'm going to school tomorrow.
Wow.
I think, yeah. My hospital working of 8 p.m. a.m. I'm sorry, and then I will rest for 3 hours.
Okay.
I am going to school after the work.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, continue to do what you're doing and be safe out there.
I need more time. I need more free time, actually. 7 days is not enough to me.
I understand.
I need 8 days.
Me too. I need an extra day to rest. To wake up in the morning and not worry about, okay, I have to do something today. I just want to wake up in the morning and just, lounge around, just be like relaxed. Yeah.
Many people say that actually 24 hours is not enough to me, to us. Many people say that we need more time. But if the time had over 20 hours, 24 hours, many people many people would have been, right?
Correct.
That's true.
Yeah.
Would have been saying it's not enough over 24 hours.
Right.
We need to time management.
We have to time manage, my friend.
We have to time manage.
But my situation is not so bad. I mean, I have but it's spread out over a long period of time. It's not like intense like you are. You go for intense. After this, I'll take a little break, then I'll be back at 2:00. So I get a little time to, do some things. I could only go in spurts of 2 to 3 hours. The maximum is 3, but that's pushing it because I get tired like talking sometimes,
Yeah, but talking is very difficult. It might be very difficult sometimes, in my opinion, because your brain is working.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
But my working hours. I'm sorry. Next year it might be cozier than now because this year because I am going to school for 3 days. If I pass the class,
right.
I'm going to school 3 and 2 days.
Right.
I will be cozy than now.
Yeah, you'll be fine, my friend. You'll be fine.
But for now, I am going to school 5 days a week.
That's okay. You're making the sacrifice now. The sacrifice. When I was a lawyer, when I was in law school, I was sacrificing. I was working hard, studying hard, because so I could become a lawyer. It's life. It's sacrifice, my friend. So
you feel me?
Of course I feel you. Yeah. I'm right there with you, my brother. Right there. So we don't have a lot of time. So Hamza, I want you to have a wonderful day, okay? Enjoy your day. Keep posting because, I like to see like where your work environment is. I kind of understand now where you work and, your people that you hang out with there at work.
I will follow your Instagram.
Right.
Keep in touch.
Of course. Write me